Hello everyone, it's Stella here. I hope that you're doing great. Welcome to Bibi and Yaya Show, the place where people come to get inspired about all aspects of life, the vices and the advice. Here, we share people's stories so you don't make the same mistakes in life. We then try to provide these people with solutions through the comment section. Our goal is to share experiences and wisdom with all of you. Please keep the comments balling in. Write your solutions or opinions that you think will help these people. We will try to reply to all the comments and will share our opinions. Please show some love to the ones who share their stories by smashing the thumbs up button below. And if this is your first time watching one of our episodes, subscribe to our channel. We are here to help everyone who needs life advice in any good or difficult situation. So you can share your stories with us at the email address in the description below if you need any help. Alright folks, without further ado, let's get into the story. But before we begin, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who likes our videos. It helps the channel a lot. This is his side of the story. Hi, I'm Justin. I'm 22 years old and I spent a whole 10 hours alone with a beautiful girl in a broken elevator. It was enough time to overcome our insecurities and show each other our best side. But everything went wrong. It happened on Christmas Eve. I hopped into the elevator and saw that my riding companion on a trip to the 6th floor was a very pretty girl. I took a deeper breath to better smell the scent of her perfume. As the elevator jolted and froze, I was confused and was wondering what had happened, as she was already trying to report the problem to the elevator service. Strange, no one's answering. I'm Diane, she said smiling. And I'm Justin. She looked at me questioningly, expecting me to say something else, but absolutely nothing crossed my mind. Time passed and I continued to be silent, trying to look completely at ease, as if I were not embarrassed by the awkward silence. I really wanted to get to know her better. When would I ever get another chance like this? I just couldn't figure out where to start. She spoke first. This is taking a long time. I hope we'll be out in time for the holiday. I heard someone once spent 42 hours in a broken elevator. I fell silent when I saw her looking at me with frightened eyes. An hour past 2 o'clock, we were sitting on the floor with backs propped against the not-so-clean elevator walls. After 4 hours, we were rummaging through all of our belongings in search of some kind of food. After 5 hours, we split a piece of candy that Diane found in her bag. After 6 hours, we felt like we had known each other for about 100 years. At this very cool moment of our imprisonment, I suddenly realized that more than anything, even more than Diane, I wanted only one thing. I urgently needed a toilet. Diane noticed that something was wrong. I didn't want to talk, but I couldn't hold it anymore. She quickly pulled an empty water bottle out of her bag. Here you go. Do it. Before we continue listening to what happened next, don't forget to click on the like button below if you have not done so yet. I shook my head. I couldn't do it in front of her. Yeah, come on. There will only be a real problem if I have to go. A bottle's not going to save me. Take it, and I'll turn away, she said. I tried, but nothing worked. It seemed like it was already up to my ears, but I couldn't squeeze a single drop out of me. She'd hear me. I can't. Diane put on her headphones, but that didn't work either. Then she turned on some loud music on her phone so that I would be distracted. Standing in the far corner of the elevator with my back to Diane and the relaxing Sting song playing, I finally did it. I put the lid on the bottle and bashfully put it behind my backpack. I was about to thank her when the elevator started moving again and the doors opened, and we were released. We were almost gone when we heard a loud scream from the technician guys. "You forgot your lemonade." I had to go back for the damn bottle. I never forgot Diane's number. It was somehow a little awkward after that, so that's when we parted ways. Thank you for listening to my story. Well, that was quite a short and interesting story. In my opinion, they should have got in touch and become friends. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Saying that, let's dive into the second story. Hi everyone, my name's Gregory and I'm 30. I'm not a fan of romantic comedies, candlelit dinners, and all that love nonsense. I have my dog Peter and I don't need anybody else. Every morning I walk him in a park, but on the day of July 21st, being irritated by occasional strangers, in order to avoid any contact, I turned onto a small path covered with grass and led down to a lake. But even that place wasn't empty. There was a girl sitting on a very cozy bench in the shade of an old oak. She was dressed in a long-sleeved dress, opaque tights, and closed shoes. Her thin hands were under her dark blue gloves. The whole outfit was not for that weather. Suddenly, she gave me such a simple and open look that a flicker of a smile flashed across my face. The stranger blushed and looked down embarrassed. It was clear that my uninvited appearance was quite unpleasant for her. Trying to maintain my dignity, I stayed there for 5 more minutes and hurried to leave. The next morning, it was the same story. Our eyes met again, and there was disappointment. She must have been annoyed by the fact that I disturbed her privacy again, and I just felt bad. The only person whom I wanted to see so badly was clearly not interested in my company. I kept coming back to the lake for the whole week. Neither her senseless outfits nor her frowns and her persevering silence, nothing could overshadow my desire to see her. Every day I waited for the time when I would dare to speak with her, and the opportunity arose by itself. It was Sunday, when she suddenly took off her glove to keep a persistent mosquito away, and it was right at that moment my spaniel, as if on command, snatched it and ran away with it into the woods. The girl's face got terrified. I was also taken aback. Not only was it unlike Peter, but the girl's reaction left much to be desired. I rushed after the dog and hurried to return the glove unexpectedly. In response to that, the girl gave me a sweet and touching smile. 2 dimples showed up on her cheeks, and her face lit up as she spoke to me for the first time. "I'm Kate," she said. She was 26. Since that day, my life would never be the same. For the first time ever, I had a girlfriend. She was 26, and her long white hair and sweet face gave me a reason to be happy every day. Before we continue listening to what happened next, don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm if you have not done so yet. Let's dive back in. We laughed, talked, and even argued since I was a fan of DC while she was a fan of Marvel. The whole following week was just beautiful, right until the moment when I dared to touch her for the first time. I only touched her naked hand between her sleeve and the unfortunate glove, but she drew back, terrified, and ran away. She didn't show up for half a month. Every morning, I kept going back to the bench near the lake just to find it empty. The hope to see my girlfriend again began to fade when Kate suddenly appeared. She was sitting in our place as if nothing happened, as beautiful and thin as before, in her long-sleeved dress and dark blue gloves on her hands. Then she confessed to me that she suffered from a very rare disease, and almost any touch of someone else's skin against hers caused a severe allergic reaction. Not everyone's touch was so dangerous for her. She could well endure some handshakes, but as it turned out, not mine. She showed me her hand. There was a red, scaly, irritated spot in the place where I had touched her. Kate wept bitterly and started to apologize for not telling me anything before. She felt sorry that she didn't cut off any contact, knowing that there's not much she could give back to me. I really wished I could console her somehow, but I was shocked and couldn't utter a word. Unlike my dog Peter, who piercingly barked and jumped onto the bench between us. We burst out laughing and began to stroke the shaggy imp. It's been half a year since that conversation, and since then, I haven't even tried to hug or hold her. The girl who I love, I can't, since she's got a severe allergy to me. She feels comfortable with me, and I do too. I understand that while we're young, we'll be together, but I also understand the impossibility of bringing this problem to the adult life. But maybe there's some hope, and the right cure will be found. But before that happens, everything is the same. The lake, the cozy bench under the shade of an old oak, a weird guy and his dog, and a beautiful girl with gloves on her hands. Well, that was quite an interesting story, I think. Now, you guys need to tell him what you think about his story. We will try to reply to all the comments and share our opinions. If you think that you also need some advice, or just want to share any life experiences, we have multiple videos on this channel that cover all topics on life. Feel free to watch all of them, but you can always share your stories with us at the email address in the description below. Love you. Thank you for watching the video. I will see you soon with another intriguing story. And don't forget to smash the like button, share the video with others so they can contribute with their solutions, and press the bell icon to subscribe. Bye!